Okay, so I'm Susan. I'm 55. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm retired from the Tennessee Department of Health. At home, I was overweight and really had quite a bit of weight to lose, and just could not seem to get myself to start because I knew, like at home, um, I knew it was going to take me 8 or 9 months to really get the weight off, and was going to take a very dedicated 8 or 9 months. So I just couldn't quite get myself to ever get started, and I was trying to eat the whole elephant, as they say, rather than taking a bite, and just tried everything I could. Lots of different programs, having a trainer come to the house, different things, but I could never get myself to start. Could not get off the couch, and so when I had the opportunity to, with COVID and some other things, had the opportunity to take 16 weeks and really just set it aside and say these 16 weeks are dedicated to having me, because I'm a caretaker, and so putting myself first is not something that I really do naturally, and it's not been helpful as far as the weight's concerned. To have the opportunity for me to take 16 weeks and go to a place where I can dedicate myself to losing the weight and just have that be, I just said, I'm not going to let anything else get in the way. I'm just going to dedicate every day to losing weight and learning how to keep it off. So I looked online, and Movara really seemed to have everything that I was looking for. So I just took a chance and signed up and drove out here, and it's it's been, everything and more that I hoped that it would be. The hiking in the morning in Snow Canyon State Park is beyond gorgeous, and it's revitalizing. So every day I'm out there. Um, it never gets old. It's always beautiful and inspiring. So to start every day, especially with the hiking staff, are just extraordinary. They're all such good, interesting, fun, supportive people. It's great exercise. It's a tremendous calorie burn, and so to be able to be seeing the gorgeous canyons and lose weight at the same time, and just be so inspired, and then come back after that and be with the trainers in the gym and having a variety of classes, so it always keeps it interesting. Just going from one thing to the next keeps everything fresh. And then the food is just amazing. To have this kind of tremendous food on a 1,200 calorie diet is extraordinary. So I never was I was never felt like I was dieting, or anything like that. Everything was layered together so perfectly. All I needed to do was show up and do the program, and and then the results started falling into place. I didn't know what to expect coming in. I had kind of, I guessed for 16 weeks, like how much I could lose, but every week I kept exceeding that, and so I've had an unusual journey. But so far I've averaged 5 pounds a week for the whole time. So right now I'm at 77 pounds, and I have one more weigh-in to go. So that's, beyond my wildest dreams, because at home it would have taken me twice as long, more than twice as long, to lose this kind of weight. But here I could just focus on it. There's enough flexibility in the program that as in the beginning, I was doing everything, exactly as the schedule. But then as I was losing weight and getting fitter, Movara is great about allowing me to tailor the program to where I was, and so I could even go on longer hikes and you know substitute things as needed, based on whatever I felt like I needed, and they're supportive of my journey and everybody's individual journey and what they need, and And so I just loved the flexibility with all that and the support. When I came with me, I brought a suitcase full of smaller clothes that I would get into later, but all of my small clothes are like 3 sizes too big for me now. So that's been kind of fun. And all the classes are wonderful, especially for me, the ones on making habits and the nutrition classes. Because going home, really, I've always been somebody who enjoys exercise. So going home for me, it's going to be all about the food. And as they say in the class, it's 80 or 90% all about the food. And I find that to be 100% true. So, Movara's given me recipes that I can use, the cooking demonstrations I've watched to learn how to cook the food. So that'll be what I focus on the most, because I've always enjoyed exercise. So I know that I'll keep doing that, but I just, it's really given me some tools and some information so that I can go home and try to get the food right, get in those, so learning the habits and then making healthy eating a habit is going to be the key to my success. But the things that I'll miss, the staff here is just extraordinary, and so I'll miss the staff. I'll miss some of the guests that I've become, good friends with. And although, those friendships will continue. But, the thing that I think I'll always think of is the hiking every day, and, climbing to the tops of the canyons. And, there's nothing like just standing on the top of the canyon and looking at all the different layers of colors and the beautiful blue sky, and it's just a wonderful feeling, and I think that'll always stay with me. And, one of the things that was difficult for me at home, trying to get myself to try to lose the weight, was because both of my knees were bad, and it was so painful to do everything, especially as I'd gotten heavier I was, the more my knees hurt. I couldn't sleep, even taking prescription anti-inflammatories, my knees just hurt in any position in the bed. And so, I didn't get good sleep at night, and it hurt to do anything. So that was part of, what was hard for me to get motivated to work hard. So, about 2 months in here, as the weight was coming off, the knees just got better and better, and now, I can sleep well at night, which is, tremendously helpful. Yeah, I can just do so much more without pain, and, that's just a tremendous gift. Before it was, it seemed like I was just managing knee pain all day long, every day, and now, I can hike and climb stuff, and my knees aren't perfect, but you can imagine with 77 pounds off of them, it's, they feel so much better, and I can do so much. And so I'm really optimistic, that I won't get back into that, in that position again, because now, I know that really leads to the pain, and so it's extra incentive, to stay with the healthy eating and not go back there. Before I thought, I'm not going to come back, because I looked at that as being like a failure. I would think, originally, early on, I thought, I would only come back if I started to gain the weight or whatever. But now, later, as I've been here and I've seen so many other people do it, they come back once a year or so, just to kind of revitalize and come back and hike in the beautiful canyons and see the staff again, or come back with old friends. And I could totally see, doing that. I could see how that would be very healthy and good for me. Yeah, I'm excited. Before, I was really so embarrassed by the weight that I didn't want to get out and do things. And so, now I feel like I've gotten me back. So I'm excited about, making new habits with the food, cooking the Movara recipes and what all. But yeah, just I feel like I've really gotten myself back and my life back, and I know that that's just going to be tremendous for me, and I'm excited about that. You know, I'm so grateful that Movara exists because honestly, I really had honestly tried everything else. I could not. And I think that really surprised people because I've been so extremely successful here, and they were like, "Oh, what did you do at home?" And I was like, "I sat on the couch, like, and ate pizza." It's like, you know, I couldn't get myself to do it, and here, you know, you just have the time to focus on yourself and you know, take care of it and get it right. And so I'm just so grateful that this exists because if Movara didn't exist, I would still just be gaining weight, honestly, you know, probably for the rest of my life. And so it's really just given me a tremendous life rather than just um, kind of a sad life. I would just say, you know, it really is, it's the place for everybody. I've seen, you know, in 16 weeks here, I've seen so many different guests come, every age, every size, every goal. Like some people don't even need to lose weight; they just want to, you know, get fitter or eat healthy for a week or whatever. And it really, every single person has, at the end of the week, just had an extraordinary experience. And so it's an amazing program in that, you know, it just is here for people to be healthier, to get healthier, whatever their goal is. It has the structure, and then you can just work within that structure for however you want, whatever your goals are. It really is perfectly suited to that. So
You would tell them to do it.
I would tell them, come on. Yeah.